Hi everyone, today we are going to discuss about what are 5 questions we have to ask before we get into a CNC router business. Because most of the people don't have any forethought before investing in a CNC router machine. They just get into the fancy, the shining things that is in the CNC router, and they see that their neighbors are doing that or something like that. They get into the job, but it's not be an advisable thing, that because most of the time people just get into these fates and spoiling their money and their future. So this is the way how we have to approach about the CNC router machine. So what is the 5 questions to ask to check whether your CNC router business idea is feasible or not? Because we have to, the priority number one is to check whether it's feasible. This idea that you are going to invest in the CNC router is going to be feasible, because you can, even it is a small money that you want to start small, want to buy a small hobby CNC and all those things. Even though if you don't have any clear idea, and if you are not asking these 5 questions and then investing, if you are not getting an answer yes for all these 5 questions, then you are in a trouble. So let us see how we have to approach. First, we have to identify the industry you plan to serve, because CNC router we can use in a number of applications. You can go for woodworking applications. You can see it, different kinds of products you can take. You can make wall art, you can make furniture, you can make cabinets, you can make what you call the separator, you can make kids play items, a number of things you can make with the wood. If you want to work with wood carving applications or wood cutting, this you can use it. You can go for the signage industry. There you can make signboards, nameplates and all those kind of things. You may get into some engineering industry where you want to make some pattern and wood patterns. If you want to make, you can make it. You can make electrodes for copper electrodes, graphite electrodes, and you can also go to jewelry working. You can use it for engraving or 3D crafting in many applications area like that. And many industries in different kinds of industries, board building, mold and die making. You can look for many industries. So whatever the industry, first you have to select what industry you want to focus. Then in that industry, what product or services you want to sell. So that is the second step you have to see. And first, then you decide that I want to create this product, or I want to do this kind of services for that particular industry. Then you can briefly describe or write down what's the demand or need or delight or out of box solution that you are going to give, or the problems what you want to solve in that particular industry. So once you write down these things, then only you can ask the question, because without, if you don't have nothing in hand, then there is no meaning of asking this question. First you have to find out the industry what you want to serve, what product or services you want to make. Then you note down what is the need and the demand and the delight you want to serve, and what the solution you want to give, or the problem you want to solve. So those things you note down, then you can get into asking these questions. Now we will see what all these questions are. The first question is, does your product or services satisfy an unfilled need? That means there is a need that which is not, there is a need or there is a demand that is not fulfilled by other people. So there is a vacant area, there is a opportunity where you can serve, you can sell the product, you can do your service with CNC router machine. So you have to find that whatever you have just now you have done, that you have decided which industries you are going to serve, and in which, what product in that industry, what service in that industry you are going to do. Then also you have note down, you have done described what's the demand and need and delight that you are going to serve, and out of box solution you are going to solve, and what's the problem you are going to solve, All these things you have noted down. Check whether this product or the service what you are going to give, there is a need for that product. That is the first question. Okay, then next question is that will your product or service serve an existing market in which demand exceeds supply? There is a gap is there. In the second, there is already the area, the product or the service where you are want to serve has already an existing market is there, but there is not many people who can serve that need, serve that product. The third question, will your service or product be competitive based on quality, selection, price or location? Now you have to see that your product have the required quality and there is a lot of selection is available and pricing also competitive enough, and your location also you have the advantage. So you have to see that whether this competitive requirement is fulfilled by your product or service. Then fourth point, whether your product and service is going to address a problem where others not identified. So you have to see that this problem you are going to fulfill is not identified by anybody else. You have created a new opportunity. This is the opportunity you created. You identify the area. You created an opportunity. In that area you are going to serve or sell your product. So if it's so, you can say yes. If it is no, you can say it's no. So if it is yes, okay, then also you can go ahead. Then the fifth point is that will people is going to pay you enough for that product or services? And you have to see that okay, you are ready to serve, there is enough need or requirement is that you have created an opportunity, you have best quality, selection, price and everything, there is a lot of demand is there, nobody is there to compete with your product, but you have to see that whether the people are ready to pay for that product, the pay what you are intended to get, so they are ready to give the price what you ask for. So this is the fifth point, because you have a minimum price point, whether people are going to give that minimum price point, because you have to meet your production cost and marketing cost and many things. So you have to see that whether people are ready to buy for that minimum price. So this is the fifth point. You have to see yes. If it is yes, then you can go ahead with your project plans. You can see that your project or your business on CNC router is going to be successful. I want to introduce myself. My name is Pradeep Kumar KP. I am here to help more than 100,000 of people who have no proper guidance how to start a new business based on CNC router machine. And also for those people who have already invested in CNC router machine and stuck with problems in running and scaling of the business. So you want to take a conscious decision to invest in a CNC router machine, and if you want to make sure that your investment in the CNC router machine is going to work for you, and also if you want to create multiple streams of incomes from CNC router machine, there is a course for you. I have created that course. If you are interested with that course, you can join my webinar to get to know more about this. You can also subscribe this channel, also join my group in Facebook and Telegram, so that you will get more update on my program and more information will be shared on these channels. I also welcome your comments on this subject, and if you have I request your viewpoints to be noted below in the comments, so that I can, and also if you want more subject, more knowledge on this particular CNC router field, you can put your question down below so that I can share you with more information and more information video in this regard. Thank you very much.